All right, in this video, I'll just give you my thoughts about the Democratic convention that just happened. There were a couple of videos floating around about Obama, Michelle Obama, then endorsing Kamala Harris, and all the rich donors praising Kamala Harris as the new face for USA, and she should become the next president. So I'll just give you my thoughts. This is as a non-American, and obviously many of you will comment down below, what the hell do you know about USA? What the hell do you know about our lives, or what do you know about the policies? You're absolutely right. I do not know anything. I'm not an American. I've not stayed in America. All I can give you is as an outsider, as a person from the outside who's looking in. So feel free to tell me where I'm wrong, and I'm all ears. Okay. See, first and foremost is I'm not a very big fan of Kamala Harris, Obama, the Democrats. When Obama came in new and he spoke about change, I was absolutely amazed. I was completely, completely enamored. It's like, wow, it was a new change. And we sincerely believed, many of us sincerely believed that this is going to usher in a new change, because the first black president, and he is so good at communication. His communication skills are the best in the world, Obama. His mannerisms, his delivery, world class. If you are talking of being a formal speaker, a speaker who really speaks like a leader, who can make an impact, there's nobody better than Obama, which I've seen for ages. However, after all the, listening to all the big, beautiful words and the talk, when you actually evaluate Obama in terms of what did he say versus what did he deliver, and what did he do in the end, Obama is one of the biggest crooks. He promised you, I'll shut down Guantanamo Bay. He didn't do anything. He promised an era of peace. It became one of the worst eras. He promised he'll bring down, all the politicians. I'll bring down costs. I'll make sure more employment. The benefit of the poor and all that stuff. Whatever he was talking was just hot air. He just took everyone for a ride. He was nothing more than another puppet. Okay. Sweet talking. I would say Obama is a sweet talker. He's like one of those seductive snakes. Okay. And after evaluating him over the years, I just absolutely hated him, because what I realized is he took everyone for a ride. Everything from his sweet sounding Obama care. It sounds like a nice word, care. But if you actually evaluate it from a very not subjective, so a very objective point of view, these guys are just busy trying to fill their pockets. That's all it is. Okay. So now when it came to Biden, who was Obama's right-hand man. So it was very evident that Biden would always follow or take forward Obama's legacy. Okay. And given the fact that he was so old, his cognitive skills were declining so rapidly. You all know that. We have seen enough and more clips. He is like literally shaking hands in the air, and he is standing, he just pauses, he doesn't move, and sometimes he goes to some other woman thinking that is his wife. He forgets what he's saying, he's rambling. Even his bid to stand up for elections, why did they ask him to step down? Because he couldn't talk, he just couldn't communicate. If you are the leader of the most powerful nation in the world and you can't talk, how can you lead the country? So then the biggest shocker of all was then they decided to endorse Kamala. Now, why the hell did Kamala Harris come or get chosen as Biden's right hand or the second or the vice president? Simply because it was not due to her merit or skills or whatever. Yes, she is a good lawyer, and she was a good lawyer. I don't know much about her history. But Biden's main focus was diversity. See, Biden and Obama, they are people pleasers. They will try to please you. And the proof of this is Kamala Harris before was what? I'm an Indian origin, and now she's become African origin. This when she was chairing a meeting, she said, "Hi, I'm Kamala Harris. I'm the VP of United States, and my preferred pronouns are she and her." The minute I heard that, I was like, "Oh bloody hell! This woman should not be in position of power." For someone who's playing with the pronouns, who's encouraging pronouns, and then you had Biden calling all these transgender and the LGBTQ community to the White House, having Dylan Mulvaney, he went and did an interview with her or bought her to represent people of USA. So Biden and Kamala Harris are just people's pleasers. Why? Because they want to ensure that the people who are funding or they are paying the money, they are kept happy. And this is not what true leadership is. In fact, I would pity, I'm being honest with you, I would pity the United States if they end up having a leader like Kamala Harris, who encourages transgender agenda, who, promotes the pronouns. And there are no saints. Okay, in politics, there are no saints. Whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's anyone else, there are no saints. Nobody has a clean-cut record. But you need to choose the lesser of two evils. And Biden and Kamala Harris and Obama, they are sweet talkers, which is the most dangerous of them all. Let me give you the few points where I'm totally against them, being in positions of power. One is, I told you, the LGBTQ agenda, which was highly promoted and it increased after Biden and Kamala Harris were there. Kamala Harris is not there due to merit. They are just there to show diversity. In fact, just search this. The person who is responsible for the health of the United States is a transgender, is a man who identifies himself as a woman. Just imagine, that is a person who will tell you about health. Then you have Hunter Biden and all the controversies. Just because he's Joe Biden's son, nothing happened to him. They just slapped him on the wrist with something, and he was involved with all the sale of arms to Ukraine. What about Ukraine and Israel? See, how did they manage those situations? And you want to support them? The worst border crisis in the history of USA, thanks to this Biden chap. And then, the focus on diversity. They will just have someone who's black, someone who's LGBTQ, someone who identifies himself as a whatever. They will just choose people from different backgrounds just to show, diversity. They are not taking people based on merit. In fact, this is one gentleman you will respect. His name is Thomas Soel. The wisdom that he has is unbelievable. Nobody can challenge him. That's why they just try to ignore him. They make sure that you cannot search about him because nobody can challenge him. He's deep. He's very, very deep. He is very articulate. He hates Obama. He hates the democratic setup. He's not a big fan of Trump. Okay, that much I can assure you. But he definitely feels that Trump is much better than getting Obama any day or getting Biden. And remember, all these numbers that they are talking about, we have improved employment, or we have brought down costs. Yeah, during COVID, everything went down to zero. So obviously, from zero, when you're starting up, you'll take credit for everything else. See, understand this much. Donald Trump is not a sweet talker. Donald Trump plays with controversy. Donald Trump has his sins, so to speak. He has his not so perfect record. But Donald Trump is a businessman. Donald Trump doesn't mince his words. And during Donald Trump's presidency, there were no wars. There were no problems. Yes, he does like to brag. He loves to show off. He likes to be brash. But he doesn't sugarcoat, mislead, and play these games. It's better to have a known devil, like they say, than unknown, this sweet-talking angel. Kamala Harris becoming the president of USA will be the lowest point in the history of USA. It'll destroy USA. USA will be the butt of all jokes. In fact, the very fact that USA is no longer respected as a world power, from Saudi to BRICS to all the other nations now distancing themselves from USA, it's all because of the Democrats. It's all because of Joe Biden Kamala Harris, I don't know what the hell did she do. She was one of the worst, and now they're praising her as if she's one of the best. And if there's only one person who can save USA for the benefit of USA, for the benefit of their own country, they will not be beneficial to anybody else but to USA. Donald Trump is the man, and I endorse him. I support him, even though I'm not an American citizen. I'm just giving you my thoughts. So feel free, let me know what are your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? But I'll tell you this: if USA has to save itself, you need Donald Trump. Otherwise, you're going to go to the dogs. That's what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts. And yes, I absolutely despise, I cannot stand Obama. He is the biggest crook. He is the biggest liar. He is good at public speaking. He is good at delivery. He is good at sweet sounding words. But he is the biggest fraud, crook, scammer. The worst president, among the worst, according to me. You let me know what are your thoughts. Because for me, I don't respect those individuals who take others for a ride and try to appear like a saint. I hate two-faced individuals. And Obama is the poster child of that. Obama, Biden, and now Kamala Harris. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. Take care.